I definitely resemble that. These little gadgets are cute. Late last year, we took a spin with the Azulle Access PC, a full Windows machine built into a really small shell. Azulle circled back with the Byte 4, a more traditional small form factor Windows machine, but still in an adorably tiny shell. This looks a bit more familiar to me, having played with products from Zotac or recently testing out some Intel NUCs. The Byte falls right into that category. Low power, low heat, lots of ports and connections. You bring a monitor, keyboard, and mouse, and you're ready to plug and play. In my head, there's an obvious business use for a product like this. Maybe all you need is a basic terminal, or the processing expectations on document work are a bit more modest. Even for the lower power internals, the Byte is a capable multimedia option. Streaming 4K video from Blu-ray rips over my home network is not only achieved, but we kind of all have that expectation now that streaming video shouldn't be too difficult to task in this day and age. The Byte comes in with an overall larger footprint than my NUC, but it still takes up less space on my desk than my audio interface. Hiding one of these in an office setup, bolting it to the back of a monitor, this should be really easy to put a computer anywhere you might need one. Plus, the additional surface area. Trying to use the Byte like I did the Access, the external casing didn't seem to get as warm as on the Access. Another potential benefit if we're considering industrial use or workshop use and you don't want a computer system with big fans. What's been a little more challenging, and it was a similar idea, the kind of conflict I had in my head reviewing the Access, is there something here for consumers? Is there something here for home office use? As a computer, the pricing is really attractive. A full Windows machine starting at $250. The RAM and storage are a bit lean, but those can be accessed and upgraded. Supporting up to 16 gigabytes of RAM, and there's not only a second M.2 slot, but also a mounting bracket if you want to pop in a 2.5-inch SATA SSD, which I did. I happen to have one of those lying around. The internals here are definitely power lean, so while there's a cute warning, a little sticker here on the unit about how this computer might run warm and performance might be affected while 3D gaming, this is a tier of processor below Intel's Core i3, where my older NUC with integrated graphics can be nudged into some light gaming. The Byte 4 is much more comfortable being used for passive media consumption rather than interactive fare. The little Celeron processor here is a tier above many home or small office NOS solutions, so there is some idea of this box handling media server duties under the right conditions. You would need to upgrade the storage though. That would be mandatory. I still like this idea for home use though if you're looking at your needs with a practical eye. There are still some small gaps in compute tech. A huge amount of living room use is accomplished very well with streaming stick solutions, like the new Chromecast. Brilliant TV streaming hardware. And at the opposite side of the living room spectrum, obviously game consoles are monster powerful boxes focused on gaming, but I still find a benefit keeping a proper PC behind my TV, even if just to fill in the gaps. My NUC gets a lot of use as another computer terminal hooked up to a decent display and nice speakers. When we're talking about that big boy NUC, I use that a lot for my Steam collection, but I can't shake this idea that someone might want a proper web browser on a larger canvas. Or maybe I want to work on a spreadsheet or a PowerPoint presentation on the biggest screen in my home. And over the last year, we've seen how the market has struggled to keep up with demand on PC parts and laptops. So a box like the Byte will not fulfill all the use of a nicer or more expensive PC, but if your needs are more modest, or if your work is more browser-based, this could be the solution to get you through. And it's not gonna break the bank. I really dig on little PCs. I think those targeted conversations balancing power and heat against form factor are really fun ways to tune a solution for specific applications. I think the Byte 4 slots into that chat really well. So I'll of course leave some links down below where you can find more info on the Azulle Byte 4. Maybe shop one of these adorable little pups online. As always, thanks so much for watching, for sharing these videos, subscribing to the channel, supporting your favorite content creators. Super critical these days. So I greatly appreciate those of you who are checking out the links in the descriptions below my videos, maybe shopping a little merch. That kind of stuff really does help keep production rolling on this channel. There's a full list of all my affiliates and partnerships on SomeGadgetGuy.com, or you might consider joining the list of names scrolling by on your screen from my Patreon, patreon.com/SomeGadgetGuy. This is a collection of the coolest tech pals on the web, so I hope you'll check them out. Now, you know where you can find me around the rest of the internet, at SomeGadgetGuy on the Twitters and the Twitch, Facebooks and the Instagrams, and I will catch you all on the next review.